Hi, this is Hannah, and welcome to my channel. If this is your first time here, thanks for dropping by. And if you are returning, thanks for coming back. Today, I'm doing one of my Amazon favorites, and it is a review of the Likcut. I think I'm pronouncing that correctly, Likcut mini cutter, electronic cutter. And it is the same size as the Cricut Joy. And the reason I like this particular machine is because it uses both Bluetooth and cable connection. So you can still run it from your phone, your iPad, but you also have the ability to connect it to a laptop or your iMac and work that way as well. So I wanted that kind of flexibility, that ability to use the machine with any of my other devices. Okay, so I guess we'll just get into the review. I already have 3 full-size electric die cutting machines, but this one I fell in love with because when I want to create just sentiments to go on my cards, this is the quick way to do it. Okay, so what you're gonna get in your box is your cutting machine, your power adapter, power cord, your Type-C cable, your weeding tool, pen, and then there's all of your instructional material, and they give you a sample set of materials to use. This is your cutting mat, and this one is a standard grip. You can get different grips. This is what is most popular, what's used most often. It really depends on what materials you're cutting. Here's your pick. This is your pen. I went on my laptop, I went to the Google Play Store and told it to download to my phone. You can see it there. So the software is now on my phone, and that only took a few seconds. And I also had it download to my desktop. So whatever devices you have linked that will support the software, give you the opportunity to pick the device you want to download it to. It will support Mac and Windows. I love the size of this machine, and it looks just like, your large size die cutting machine. When you open it and you look on the inside, it looks just like your big Cameo or Cricut cutters, just downsized. So I like that. If you've used cutters before, then operating this cutter is going to be easy for you because you are going to recognize the components and how to use them. So I plugged into the side of the machine there where it goes, and you can see the power light came on. This light is flashing. So I'm going to go over here and open the app. Right, so let's now see what we have. Now I got bubbles and um yeah, I got bubbles and an incomplete cut. So my first cut was incomplete. I'm not 100% sure why. Like again, I'm not sure why, but I'm going to try again. Okay, so my second cut was successful. I needed to learn where to do pressure setting changes for the machine. Not a problem with the software, it was my learning curve. So I did that. That worked well, and I got the cut that I wanted. Now, I did switch the vinyl from my standpoint as a crafter and a person who uses a variety of machines. I should be able to use any vinyl, and I mean in a good quality vinyl. Um, I should be able to use it. I am always leery of any product when I am told you can only use our materials on this machine because that's forcing me to maybe pay for a price for a product when I could more than likely find value someplace else. I wanted to test it to make sure that it would do a great cut with other vinyl, and it did. This is transfer tape, and I think I'm going to just put these two little flowers up here. So I'm just going to take my transfer tape. Now I have my little design on my machine. So if you're familiar with Canva, if you're familiar with Design Space, you probably are going to be able to make the transition very easily. If you are a Silhouette Cameo user and you are used to the Silhouette software, there might be a little bit of a learning curve for you. You just have to go into the software. It took me about 5 seconds to figure it out, but the design transferred well. It cut the vinyl well. This is a fine blade. I went to their store to see if they had different blades, but I feel comfortable giving this machine a positive review because for what I want it for, which is to create my own sentiments for my card making, this is perfect because I don't have to get involved with my larger machines. And I can leave this sitting on my workspace. And whenever I want to use it, I can just open it up and get to work. You can connect this machine via Bluetooth or you can use a cable. Now, if you're using the mobile app, then you don't have to connect it. If you're using the desktop app, then you need to connect your machine. And you can use your Bluetooth connection for your laptop. The machine has a handy storage area. Whatever tools you use when you're crafting will fit in that little tray. And when you close it up, it's not going to open. There's no danger of you damaging your machine. I like it. I love the size. I just think it's so nice to have a desktop cutter. And when I did my review on this item for Amazon, I gave it 4 stars. I like the machine, but there are a couple of things that were bothersome to me. One was because nowhere in the documentation does it indicate if there are different types of blades. And also in their store, they only had standard grip mats. So I think they need to provide a little more information about the accessories for the machine and especially the blades, because I like to have 2 or 3 extra blades on hand because you really never know when you're going to have a blade issue. And if you do a lot of cutting, you're going to need to change that blade. The other issue. I just think their documentation probably could be a little better. But as I said, if you use like Canva or if you are a Cricut user, which I am not, I had a Cricut machine and I gave it away. I have my reasons for not wanting to use any Cricut products, which is why I did not get the Cricut Joy. So I'm not a person that's married to any particular company. I purchase what I can afford and what works best for me within my budget. Now, for this machine, I also think that it's a bit pricey. Um, because to have a small machine like this, I love it. But to be honest, had this not been a promotional item that I received free from Amazon to review, I wouldn't purchase it. I mean, because I don't need it badly enough to make that heavy investment. And if I'm going to spend $150, $129 or whatever, and right now they've got the Cricut Joy dropped down a little bit. I think it's an older model, but if I'm going to spend that kind of money, I may as well save my pennies and get the new iteration of the large machine. Since this machine was designed, I think, to compete with the Cricut Joy, the little small Cricut Joy. And I think it's it provides good competition if they clean up a few things. Like, like with the Cricut Joy, you can get 3 types of pens and you can do gold foiling and embossing or something like that. I don't need all that. I don't even do that on my big machines. I don't, I'm a basic crafter. I'm not running a business and I just do basic things with my cards. So I'm not concerned about that, but I do want to know if they're going to expand the features of the cutter a little bit, the software. But I would, like I said, I'm able to do the things that I want to do. So I gave it 4 stars in the end because I really, really, really do like this machine. I think I think it's a cute little machine. It fits perfectly in my workspace. And if the company can just resolve some of those issues that I mentioned, I think they have a good product that will compete with the Cricut Joy, but it's not going to compete if they keep the price where it is, because if people are going to spend that kind of money, then they're going to want to spend it on a product with brand recognition because they think they'll get better support. I have been emailing and chatting with their customer support, and I think that they give good customer support. They're a young company. I think they're trying to, build their reputation. And this machine could do it if they'd price it where crafters who are in a certain budget range would say, "Ooh, now I can get that." I hope you'll go online and check out this product. I'm going to put a link down below that will take you to this particular machine on Amazon. You can take a look at it there and, then make your own comparisons. All right. We'll see you next time.